this video, we're going to go over some basic day one stuff if you first come into a chiropractor and need some at-home release techniques or some work that you can be doing. The list of stuff that we're going to be going over is the glute med release, which all you need is a ball for. We're going to be going over a couch stretch to kind of help open up the front of the hip. The posterior pelvic tilt to kind of help get that core engaged and that back kind of stretched out and relaxed a bit. And the last one will be the intro of the hip thrust. So the first one we're going to go over is the glute med release. All you need is a ball like this. 4-inch ball is what we have here. We sell them here at the office. Or you can kind of find a lacrosse ball. It's going to be a little more tender to get there. What we're looking for is kind of that back hip portion. We're not looking for right on that hip bone, right on that back hip portion. We're going to lay on our side here. Bottom leg is going to be nice and straight. Top leg is going to give you some support for balance. Same with the elbow here. First movement, we're going to do 10 reps, just nice and quick. Keep that leg nice and straight, bringing it right up and back down. What we're looking for here is that kind of spot to kind of really work on that sensitive area. If you're not finding it, move that ball around a little bit. Find that really good sensitive spot. Next movement with this, rotate that full leg here. We're not just rotating that foot, we're rotating that full leg. Same thing here. We'll pop up the reps on the screen of how many you should be doing. Next movement from that is going to be kind of a leg bend and extend. Just going through all these reps stay the same, so whatever up on the screen is what you're going to be recommended to be doing with these. And again, we're going to flip over and do both sides as we do this. Next one, we're going to be like down and we'll do clamshells. Again, bring that bottom knee to that top knee. Again, as you do this one, it should be a little more intense as we get this. And if you're up for the challenge, the last one we have is kind of a figure 4. Bring that leg up, and then on this one, only this one, can we move around as we do it. All the other ones, the ball should be stationary as we do it. Then I'd flip over, do the other side. Otherwise, we're going to go into that next kind of release work, the couch stretch. The couch stretch, second exercise or release that we're going to be doing, involves a little bench if you have one, or we're going to demonstrate with a chair later on here, and something soft for your knee. To start in this position, on all fours, we're going to pick one leg, put up on. The other leg's going to come up into a little lunge, but we're not going to actually lunge. We're going to stay rounded forward here, sit that butt back, my shin's nice and vertical, my hip down to my knee is straight up and down. You might get a little stretch right in that quad right away. That is totally fine for the first time. You can hold it. Again, hold it for about a minute. We're going to pop that up on screen as well. Hold it for a minute, and then we're going to look for kind of posterior tilt as well. Squeeze in that glute, squeeze in that core to kind of really twist that pelvis underneath, and we're going to squeeze and hold here. Again, about a minute, then I'll flip sides. Typically, we're about to do this 2 times on each side to really open up that front of the hip. We don't want any kind of extension here as we do so. And then coming down is just a reverse process of coming off like so. And now we're going to demonstrate it with the chair. And now with the chair, same type of thing. Most people have a chair at home rather than just that bench. Start in that same position, all fours. I'll do my other leg this time. Again, up on that chair. Other leg comes forward, still leaning forward. We're not extending that back. Same exact movement here, squeezing that butt, squeezing that pelvis, holding it for that recommended time. Again, coming down, same exact way. Hands down, coming down all the way. And there is your couch stretch. We're gonna move on to the posterior pelvic tilt for the next exercise. The third exercise in our day one routine would be that posterior pelvic tilt. What that is tilting that pelvis posteriorly, and we can do this while laying prone. So again, or laying down. As you do so, you can have something behind your head. We can do this with legs bent or legs flat. I'm gonna start by doing it with legs bent, a little easier way. And so as we do this, we're taking that pelvis and rotating back. So I'm just laying flat, relaxed here. And as I squeeze, I gotta find those ab muscles, kind of pull that core up. And you'll feel me watch that pelvis tilt underneath. And I'm just gonna squeeze and hold. Recommendation is gonna be right on that screen there. And then after that, I'm gonna relax it. And again, short relax, and then I'm gonna squeeze again, really focusing, pressing down, getting that butt involved as we do so. Doing it with straight legs, same way. It's gonna be a little harder though. We don't want those legs to bend as we do this. So I'm gonna squeeze, notice the legs come up, butt's kind of flexed, pressing that core into the back then, and then relaxing again, and then show you one more time. Squeezing, keeping those legs straight, pressing to the ground, and then relaxing. Last movement we're going to go over here is an intro to our hip thruster, which is one of our favorite movements here in the office. Our fourth and final day one exercise is going to be the hip thrust introduction. You can do this at home with any equipment, couch, chair, like I'm sitting on here, or if you have a bench, do it on a bench. Use something to kind of pad it a little bit so it doesn't dig into your back. I just have a partial foam or from a yoga mat. You can also use a pillow, anything like that. And how we get set up here is I'm going to place that on the chair, couch, whatever you're doing it on, bench. I'm going to set up my shoulder blades on top of that. So it's going to be kind of in the middle of my back. Feet are going to be out a little bit. From here, keep a nice crunch. And from here, nothing else changes. I keep that crunch the whole time. And I'm just squeezing my butt all the way up. Nice lockout here. And as I go down, still keeping that crunch and just releasing that squeeze of my glutes. So again, squeeze the glutes, come down, squeeze the glutes again. Feet stay where they are, flat on the ground. Core stays engaged the whole time, rotating on that. And the only thing that changes is squeezing the butt and releasing the butt. Staying straight forward, not looking up towards the ceiling as we do that. If you have any questions on any of these 4 kind of release or exercises, leave a comment in, give us an email at info@straightupspine and posture, or if you want to book an appointment, description is going to have all of the details for that.